You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for May 12th through the 23rd. John Black's fate unfolds, Kayla is crushed, and Susan Banks issues a warning. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, May 12th, Roman and Kate each have something important to come clean about to the other, probably about EJ on both fronts. Meanwhile, Brady and Kristen are bickering, and you know it's about Rachel Black, their troubled little daughter. Meanwhile, Doug 3 has Holly in his corner. He doesn't want to lean on her. Fortunately, Roman has stepped up to help him out, but Holly is also going to continue to be his biggest cheerleader. Phillip is going to take things into his own hands. Looks like he decides to undercut and trick Xander on this DiMera Pharmaceuticals drug deal. This is not a guy who's being remorseful. I think Phillip is being selfish and greedy because he knows what he did to Xander isn't going to work out in his favor, as it should not. Johnny apologizes to Chanel on Monday, but she's got some things to say to him like, did you happen to, shoot your dad and try to kill him? Awkward talk, right? Tuesday, May 13th, Roman tells Kate that Johnny took his gun, and Roman is quite worried that Johnny shot EJ. And of course, Roman is going to feel guilty because he is not the original cause of that. Obviously, EJ would be, but Roman telling Johnny about what EJ did to Sammy definitely was the catalyst for that event. Paulina also tells Johnny that she suspects he shot his dad this week. And Kat soon sees another side of EJ. Now, he gave Chad the date with her, but again, I've mentioned this before. In 60th anniversary photos for promotion for November episodes, we've got Kat, EJ, and Chad all together. So something's going to swizzle between now and then. Phillip meets with Kevin. Phillip is talking to Kevin Lambert. If you watched the Last Blast reunion stuff, you may remember him. He's somebody who went to high school with all of them. He's a science nerd. He may be working in a lab at the hospital. And in the promo for the week, it says that Phillip's greed could cost his brother his life. Obviously, they're talking about Bo and that sepsis drug. Phillip right now doesn't seem to know that Bo is dying and that drug is his one hope. Meanwhile, Sarah quizzes Xander on why he wants to invest in the hospital. And of course, his focus is also the drug Versavix. EJ wants it, Xander wants it, now Phillip wants it. Wednesday, May 14th, we've got Phillip talking to Kevin about his work. So Kevin might actually work with Dr. Russell. We'll see. And Phillip is going to ask Kevin to steal the Versavix from the lab and deliver it into his hands. And it looks like it's going to happen. Xander wants a favor from Kayla, and Rachel is celebrating her birthday with her parents, Kristen and Brady. But something has Rachel upset because Kristen is comforting her and Brady is very concerned. Meanwhile, Alex takes Gabby out on the date that she won at the auction. And remember, Alex was trying to get off light, but Gabby is demanding something fancier and more exciting. And obviously it's about her slapping at JJ. She probably wants him to know that she's out on this fabulous date. And of course, she's still not clear in EJ's shooting either. So that's another problem for her and JJ. Then on Thursday, May 15th, Xander shares his feelings with Phillip. And these are hurt feelings. These are angry feelings. This is Xander, really upset that he had this brotherly bond. Meanwhile, Phillip was just lying to his face all this time. So Xander's feeling kind of violated. Steve and Sean break into the lab, Russell's lab, but it looks like all the Versavix is gone when they get there, which is terrible news because it seems to be the only chance Bo has to survive. Stephanie considers an offer from Alex, and it's probably about publishing her romance novel with Titan. I didn't even know they had a book arm. And Marlena and Kayla are discussing their stresses, their worries over family members. Marlena, of course, is worried about the ongoing search for John, and Kayla is very worried Bo may not survive this terrible infection. Meanwhile, Tate celebrates Sophia's 18th birthday with her, and they are ready to start making adoption plans now that she is a legal adult. On Friday, May 16th, we've got Susan and Marlena meeting for breakfast over in Horton Town Square, but Susan's baby boy, Elvis Jr., interrupts them. He may be picking at Marlena and letting her know that he made a generous offer to Kayla to buy the hospital. Maybe he's wanting to know if she can get involved, or they may just be talking about Belle or Johnny. Marlena and EJ have lots of issues to discuss. Susan gets a flash of something bad in the wind, an omen of sorts, after Marlena gets a phone call saying that John has been found. Meanwhile, Sean, Kayla, and Steve wonder who stole the Versavix drug from the lab and what other options to help save Bo at this point. Sarah demands the truth from Xander, and I wonder if Sarah is going to ask if he had anything to do with the drug being stolen. And Kevin and Phillip panic. Maybe they didn't realize the scrutiny they'd be under because of the theft of the drug. The week of May 19th through the 23rd, Marlena's joy at John being found soon turns to despair because things twist from good news to bad news. Kayla and Sean are frantic with worry about Bo, and we have to wonder how long until Phillip finds out his brother Bo is dying and realizes that the drug he stole could be the answer to everybody's prayers, but this puts him in a tough position. Let's hope Phillip didn't turn around and sell the stolen drug to a competing lab or something like that. There's no telling because this whole thing is about Phillip's greed. Sophia is moving forward with adoption plans without her mom's consent, which she does not need legally at this point, but fully with Tate's support. Brady remains very concerned about his daughter Rachel, while Kristen seems to be taking things a little too lightly. Remember, she even wanted Rachel to drop out of therapy when Brady knows the little girl still needs to be there. Alex is excited about Stephanie's book project, but she's a little hesitant. And suspicions run high at University Hospital about the Versavix theft. And Russell may confront Kayla because she was pursuing him about the drug so heavily, and then bam, it's gone. Doesn't look good. And will Xander's offer to fund the hospital stand after the drug goes missing that he wanted, or will he back off because that was really what he wanted in the end? EJ's also going to be up in arms trying to figure out what happened. He and Russell will be talking. Meanwhile, Johnny's a little frustrated at the shooting accusations, but since he did have a gun in his hand pointing at his dad, you know, what really can he say? And Johnny remains the shooter in EJ's mind because his memories are still imperfect and fragmented.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.